recording. Oh, anyway.
And recording.
And recording. Hi, guys.
Mute.
All right. So, if you guys are doing the Rising Diamond calls, Trisha and I have been talking about how we really, really like it because it's open forum. You know, we ask questions, you guys talk, and it's been really successful that way. And we like how that's run, right, Trisha? So you're allowed to talk, Trisha.
Yes. Yeah, I think team calls, the interaction is key.
So while we still will get people on from time to time, either us or our teammates or call people like Jennifer that got on the other night to do calls for us. I think our regular calls from now on are going to be a lot of Q&A, question answer, and so we want a lot of participation from you guys back. I think it helps all of us much better that way instead of one person speaking to you all the time. So no silence tonight. And let's see, who besides myself, Christine, and Trisha was there on Saturday? It was just the three of us from this group? Okay, so we got to go to Kim Carver's 3 Vital Behavior training. And I think from an old coach and from a new coach like Christine, it was pretty fantastic all the way around. Wouldn't you guys say? I learned a lot. I know Trisha learned a lot. And also I think it was exactly what I needed to get myself restarted after being out, like with being sick and not really being up and into the business. I think it was the perfect timing for me. So when you guys have a chance to go to these live trainings, take advantage. Take advantage of it. So I know sometimes it might seem like it, stinks. Like who wants to do that for a few hours on a Saturday? But they're not that often. They're not that frequent, and I highly recommend them. And I know Trisha would say the same, and I know Christine really enjoyed the training as well as Stephanie, Danielle, Anna was there, Erin Elizabeth was there. So we had a good group from our team.
Well, it's not often that you get corporate to
exactly
come in and actually give the presentation. Usually you hear from coaches, upline coaches, presentation speaking, but it was almost like a sales approach in our what we consider not to be sales people, but I thought it was excellent. So
yeah, I thought so too. And it was like this. It was very group participation. We didn't just sit there. We moved our chairs. We sat in groups and we participated. He asked questions. We answered. And I think that's what we're going to kind of do tonight. And it's funny because it was the 3 Vital Behaviors training, but really we spent 95% on inviting.
Yeah. But we found out how the invite process goes right back to the other 2 vital behaviors.
Exactly.
And I even took a quote that I loved. I think I took a picture of it. But I'm sure we'll get there. But yes, 90% of it was inviting. Because why? Why did we spend 90% of the time on inviting, coaches? Go ahead. Anyone?
Why do you guys think the training focused so almost completely on inviting?
Because it works.
Yeah. What else? But why do we need help in inviting?
Because no one wants to do it. Exactly.
Why?
Yeah. Out of the comfort zone.
It's scary. No one wants to do it. Who are we gonna? Yeah, totally. So.
Yeah.
So one of the things I thought was interesting that I actually never knew is if you look at anything in the back office, when they talk about the 3 vital behaviors, it doesn't say invite, it says invite, invite, invite. And the reason why it says it 3 times is because they want you to invite 3 different ways, not just invite everybody one way. So they want you to invite people to be your friends. They want you to invite people to be in a challenge group. Or before that, sorry, invite to be your friend, invite them either to your social media page or to like a fit club, and to invite to be in a challenge group. Our focus is on helping people. Inviting is about connecting, but connecting in a meaningful way is what's going to work. And it's what's going to make inviting the easiest. Like if you're connecting with people first before you're just sending out cold invites all the time, it's going to make the invite personal. It's going to make it a real invite, not just, hey, I need this sale, it's the end of the month, here's a cold invite to my challenge group. So it's more about connecting than it is just inviting to your challenge groups.
Every time Kim Carver said invite, he said connect. Invite, you connect. He said that every single time, because invite is 3 different types of invites. I thought that was very interesting. But when you connect with people in a meaningful way, in a natural way, the invite will be a natural invite. Same goes the opposite way. If you don't connect well with people, you don't invite well either. And that just means to friendship. That could be in person, to be your friend. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and then we went on and he was talking about how sometimes the easiest people to invite to be a part of Beachbody and to be a part of your challenge groups are people you don't know and aren't in your daily life. And that the people that are hardest to invite to this is your friends and your...
Yeah. Who's the hardest to invite? You want interaction, right? Who do you find the hardest? You kind of spilled it a little bit.
I spilled the beans.
People I know.
Yeah. Like your family, your friends, they don't want any part of it. I shouldn't say they don't want any part of it. It's very hard to invite your friends, your family.
So our first group activity that day, and we're going to do this now, I want you guys all to put in an answer. We're a small group, so we all can answer. What do you say when you invite your family and friends to join a challenge group? I'm going to call on somebody. I'm going to call on the first picture next to me. Guess who it is? Maureen LaMarca.
You muted me. Okay. What do I say to my family and friends about joining challenge groups?
Yeah, either joining a challenge group or joining Beachbody.
Oh, why is this doing this? Hold on. Let me move that. What do I say? They're always asking me what I'm doing. Or, oh, you look great. And, what are you doing? So I just tell them. At one point, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my father, were all drinking Shakeology at the same time. Just from my success and from me, I talk about it all the time with them. Plus, I post like a maniac, so they always see that. I'm just sharing my story.
So what do you think hits the heart? Why do you think your friends and family ask you about it?
Because I'm so passionate about it and I'm talking about it all the time. And they've seen the changes.
Right. So would you say that they started asking you about it the first day, or it took some time? Those closest to you?
I think my father started asking first because he was here and he would be getting packages when he was watching the kids. But I mean, these are people I see or saw, all the time. I mean, I see my in-laws at least once a week, twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. So, they were seeing noticeable changes, and even just hearing me talking about it, and they're all on my Facebook, and I post pictures about the kids all the time, and tag them. So I was always bringing them to my page. So they were asking, they would always ask me about it. And then whenever I'm wearing shirts, they would say, "Oh yeah, what is that stuff?" Or
Right.
so I think it's my passion. I think it's seeing the changes and my consistency with it.
Right. Exactly. Does anyone else have anything to say about like their friends and family about maybe when they started asking questions, when they jumped on board, when you started to feel comfortable talking to them about it? Because they're the hardest people.
Well, I just this month decided to ask my close friends because they're always bashing and joking about my Shakeology posts and stuff. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to ask if you want to join the group because I kind of threw them in to the last challenge group to watch. So I had one join. Hold on, please. The kids are come back to me. Go to someone else.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Anyone else want to go while Erica's going? Trisha, do you want to
Can you hear
call on
me?
anyone? Oh, yeah. Who's that? Karen.
Karen.
Hi.
I still don't feel comfortable inviting my family and friends. Most of the friends that I've invited have been acquaintance friends or friends of friends. But I'm way more comfortable with people I don't know. Or people that aren't that close.
Right.
I don't know why.
Well, that's all of us.
No, it's all of us.
That's
All of
everybody. Well, why do you think the closest people to you are the most? Why do you think that they would be the ones to say no or not want to be part of it or question it?
I don't know. Because, they obviously can see the changes in me, so I'm not sure why they hesitate. Especially my family, who all has the same heart condition that my father did, that, I've gotten off my cholesterol medicine because of Shakeology and clean eating. And they all clean eat, but they're still all on cholesterol medicine. So you would think I had a sister-in-law that tried it. She just sought weight loss after she had her second child, and she did it for 1 month and stopped and never replied to my emails about how it was for her. And this is my sister-in-law. So, yeah, you hesitate.
Well, because they tend to be the most judgmental, right?
Yeah, the most critical, why you're doing it, what it is. And, I walked into my CEO's office of the company I work for this morning and talked to him about it, and he was very open to it.
That's good. I think family, like Maureen said, need to see the consistency and results more than anyone else in our lives. Because they know us, Did you want to go, Erica?
Now I forget what I was saying, but I asked my friend recently for this month, and she joined. And now my mom decided that she wanted to try the 21-day fix, which I'm super psyched about.
Go Connie.
I know. And it's, one thing you said to me, I don't know if it was a text or post or something, you had said, they're just waiting to see what happens. And I keep saying that every day to myself. And I'm like, I need to post what happens. So that's when I was like, I have to show more of my after, because I will eventually show the before, but I'm not ready there yet for it, because I'm not after yet, I feel. But I felt like I kept that in my frame of mind to invite my friends, and they're seeing that progress, and I feel like that's what gets, the story, what you guys have always said.
Right, and they're really seeing it because they're seeing you in your life.
Right. It's hard to invite them, but.
Don't be afraid to share your progress. You don't have an after yet, but don't be afraid to share your progress.
Well, that's why I started doing it, because you said they're waiting to see. And I was like,
right.
You know what? Yeah, I'm just showing workout pictures, but I'm not showing progress.
But even for other people that don't get to see you all the time, like I know you lost weight, but you have never shared, you don't share any of that. I know you said you're not ready to yet, but don't be afraid.
Trying.
Just because you're not at an after yet, don't be afraid to show that progress, because that's something that people, they want to see what's going on in the middle. If you just get from A to B, they miss the rest of the story. They want to see everything in between. Like, do you remember Maureen's post? Maureen had every post.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, man, that was cray.
So hard. I was like, I don't know how you do it.
Well, I'll tell you. I thought I was on mute. I was like, I'm talking and nobody can hear me. I forget. I think it started from the first challenge group that I was ever in. I asked Dana, I'm like, am I supposed to be posting pictures? And she's like, well, yeah. And like, I feel like she didn't really make it like it was she didn't say it wasn't mandatory, but I almost felt like it was. Like I had to do it. So I was like, she's like, well, yeah, you're supposed to. And I'm like, okay. She goes, well, and then afterwards she was like, well, there's some people that, if you don't want to, you don't have to, but you really should. And I'm like, okay. Like the way, it wasn't like she was twisting my arm, but it was almost like the way she said it was like, yeah, you need to, like, you have to.
Posted before?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right from the start. So I broke the seal and right at the beginning.
I feel like that's a good place to do that.
So for me, I was like, F it. From the start, I've been doing it.
And look at Maureen, look at your success. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And when you do that, look at what happened over 2.5 years.
Yeah. It is, and I'll tell you.
But
when I don't show before, when I don't show befores and I'm only doing my workout posts, even now don't get mad at your boys. Yeah, I saw that face. Even now, like when I forget to do like transformation posts or like before and afters or the throwbacks, whenever I do those, I have like an influx of people that are like, oh my God, I can't believe your transformation. This is crazy. Like, and Erica, I have stretch marks all over my stomach. I have extra skin that sags. I wore a bikini in Cancun that I probably had no business wearing, but I really didn't.
Oh, you did too.
Like,
you look
whatever.
fantastic.
My body is not a supermodel body. It's not a supermodel body, but I don't care because
I know.
I worked 2 years and I have a illness that fights me tooth and nail to lose weight. So, I was able to bear 2 children. Some women can't even have babies. So if people don't like the way I look, I really don't give a shit. I'm pretty proud of.
No, yeah, definitely. You look amazing.
And I think
Erica, you lost 50 pounds.
I know.
It had a theme to it. You had that little bikini that said Mrs. LaMarca. Like I didn't even know you at the time, but I loved that type of. It had a theme. It had a story with that bathing suit, and I loved following you.
Let me tell you, when she came down in Mexico and took off her outfit and was wearing the Mrs. LaMarca, we were like cheering.
And I walked right over
have photos?
and stuck my butt in her face.
We were like cheering for her. It was an awesome moment.
I have a full photo shoot of Maureen.
Oh, I need to see this.
Oh, she was in all her glory.
Come on.
We have multiple photo shoots of Maureen in bathing suits. That
I love it.
needed to be taken.
Your son should just came behind you to be like, photo shoot, bathing suits. Let's see who this is.
No, I'm gonna
I apologize. It's his feeding hour.
whatever. He's a kid.
You mothers with babies, 16-year-olds are the exact same way.
He's a
Every
great
2
boy.
hours.
Feed
At least
your
they can feed
kid, dude.
themselves.
He just got home.
Feed your boy. Feed him.
All right, sorry.
You're an
Feed him.
Italian
He
mother.
does.
You're not feeding your son. What are you doing? Are you?
All right, so Erica, I'm going to give you a challenge.
All right, I
And you can
accept.
accept. Oh, she accepts.
just gonna
Everybody
accept.
heard that, right? She didn't even hear my challenge, but she just
Oh.
accepted.
Wait, I might take it back now.
No, everybody heard it. It's recorded.
No take backs.
And it's recorded? All right.
It's Thursday, so you have a few days to ease your way into
Oh
this.
God, don't.
You know what I'm going to say, right, Maureen?
Oh God, Tuesday.
You got
I
it.
say it every Tuesday. Damn it.
Well, this is your Tuesday. You shouldn't accept. I was going to let you accept or not accept. You got to
Oh.
accept.
They're so bad. All right.
Erica, can I make a suggestion?
Please.
Make your post tomorrow. Don't post it, but make it.
Okay.
Look and see what, like, if you've never done your side by sides, you really don't see the differences. So you need to make it for yourself first and look at it. Share it with your team if you want to, but not the whole world. And then you'll be ready on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
All
Karen's
right.
right, man. Karen is so on
I
it.
keep trying to do the comparison. I keep putting it there, and I'm looking at it, and then I'm like, hell no. So I gotta finish it. It's there.
If you put that up on Tuesday, every person on this call will comment on it, and we'll make sure that we get a lot of the team too. Well,
Do you think if
give
I
you a-
put it on my challenge group on Tuesday, and then the following Tuesday put it on Facebook?
that's not the challenge I put out there.
Damn, Dana! Come on, I can't even sit still now.
Put it in your challenge group when you do it. Let's say you make it tomorrow with the
Yeah.
story, with the pictures.
I'm
Put it in your
starting
challenge
like
group.
Monday.
And you know what, Erica, ask them for support. Ask your challengers as you are a challenger in their group. Ask them for that mojo to do it. Ask them for that bit of balls to just go and share, because this is about helping someone else out there. And I bet you the support from your challengers will play for you.
Yeah.
And that's a place to start. It's a safe place to start, to feel comfortable, to get that positive, feeling. But I think Karen's right. I've never done that, and I get that, because you post it or you create it, and then you gotta, we all feel that way.
Yeah.
Every single time I post something vulnerable, I run away. I post and run. So
Yeah.
Erica,
If you have to hit send and run out the door, that's a good post.
and how many times?
That's what I've done.
Shut the computer.
Or I open it and like shut the computer down.
This is like huge. All right.
You can do
Erica,
it.
I think it's hard for you though, because like Dana always says that she was skinny fat, and that was me. I didn't have that big transformation like you have. And like everybody that I know that has lost that significant amount, they look in the mirror and they see the old you. So by putting it out there and letting people see it, you're going to get the positive response you need to be able to see the new you
That's so good.
and enjoy it.
Enjoy
Oh.
it.
And remember, when you're posting, you're supposed to post to the old you. You're supposed to find, and we'll do that. This is in this call, who you're posting to. So,
Yeah, I think you're going to shock yourself when you put your side by sides together.
I have. I just turned off Photoshop then. Like, I was like, keep listening. I'm just like, hey, then goodbye.
You can
Get
do this.
comfortable with being uncomfortable.
But like Karen
I know,
said, I would
Maria.
say make it, post it, get yourself comfortable. Put it either in your challenge group, like Trisha said, or our team page, and just
All right, maybe I'll do that first. I need to put it
get
somewhere
some
before
support. And I know it's going to be uncomfortable, but I think it's time for you. You've lost 50 pounds, my friend.
God.
Yeah, but that's not you anymore. That was 50 pounds ago.
All right, I'm gonna think that.
Well, couldn't you do it with her clothes on instead of like a sports
my
bra?
before was a sports bra. I should have wore clothes.
But don't you have a picture of yourself in clothes that you can use side by side?
No, because I hated taking pictures because I hated the way I looked.
Make sure you add some of that story in there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I went for the gusto and was in a bikini. The Mrs. Lamarca bikini.
I'll do it, but not yet.
And that's a famous bikini now. It's got to get hung up in like the Beachbody Hall of Fame.
Can you post that, Maureen?
Yeah, my bikini or the
Yeah, I want to
picture?
see it. Well, not the bikini, the picture. Yeah, can I see?
Go sleep. I'm on a call. Go sleep.
Yeah,
So you've seen Maureen's, right? I
I
know
didn't
she's
see
posted it.
Maureen.
I've shared it. You never
Did
saw
I see it?
Maureen's?
Well,
We've all shared it.
I know. I think everybody's shared it and then some.
oh, I'll have to look it up.
You
Hey,
got,
Erica.
Yeah.
It's Danielle. I'm sorry, I don't have a face on. I don't want to scare Dana
Hi.
again. I'm in the dark again. I didn't lose 50, I lost 35, but I will tell you that it took me a long time to post my side-by-sides up. And I didn't have like a hugely quick transformation. And just like, so you know, I work with my husband in a school with like 350 Yenta women. So it was really, really hard to put that post up. And I did the same thing. I put it up and ran, and then I kept checking back to see who responded. Because you have to keep looking. You have to keep looking.
Yeah.
And I think he was like, "What did you do?" And I'm like, I put up my side by side." And he's like, "Well, it looks really good, but you know, now everybody at work is gonna say something to me." And I'm like, "Whatever, deal with it." And it was really freaking hard, but it was something that I ended up being proud of because it put me way out of my comfort zone. And I think you should just do it.
Woohoo!
All right. I will. I accepted, so I will try. I will try.
You could also do a post with, I saw someone do like a cinder block. I don't know who that was. Or like weights, and they said, "This is what I lost." And like, cause you remember, I don't know, Weight
Dude,
Watchers.
that's why you never accept the challenge. And
I know, but I want to succeed, so I need to.
You want to do it. You
do.
want to do this.
Well,
You're
not
just-
that challenge. I just want to succeed. Peach body. Damn it! I should have thought. Oh,
you totally can do
Erica.
this. You can do this.
all right, move on.
You
What's
have
the next
4
one?
children.
All right.
You can do this.
I
So
know.
let's talk about this post that Erica's gonna do, because she can't just
No.
Sure. We have to talk. She has to talk within the post, correct? So she's got to figure out who she's talking to when she posts this wonderful before and after. And she's going to be talking to the people that she considers her target customers. So what you need to do, and what I think that we all need to do, and we can do this if a few of you want to do your list today, right now, we could talk about it too, but jot these things down. Your target customer, what do they look like? What are their hobbies or interests? What's their stage of life or their family situation? Their age and gender, their frustrations or concerns, their goals or aspirations, and what speaks to them. So that's a list that will help you get towards your target market. I think another good way to find your target market is if you ever look up, Katie Hefner has a YouTube video, or not a YouTube video, on her site, Katie Hefner, what's it, how does she call it, Trisha? Is this finding your niche market, or is she finding her?
I think it is.
I'm going to find it.
Her person actually has a name, where she lives, what she looks like, what she does for a living, clothes she wears, everything. Her person who she posts to is actually a person.
Like an
And
avatar.
we're supposed to post to the person that we used to be. Although I have a very difficult time with that, because I feel like we also progress, and like we're looking for that, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's where I struggle. But I would definitely do this. I did it, Dana. I assume you did it. I literally wrote down bullets, every single thing that I was looking for. Or not I was looking for, every single person who I was posting to.
Right.
And for
Where's
a
my list?
long time, I was just posting to anyone that would listen. And then I mean, anyone, man, anyone, any age, any body type, any walk of life. And those posts just kind of were very general.
Right. Well, if you, Trisha and I can read our list to you, because we both, and Christine can too, because I'm assuming you guys have your notepads, but you don't. I'm going to read my list to you. It has to be, and here, I'm also going to post the Katie.
Oh my God, they closed the school.
They closed the schools?
Just Matthew's prep school,
Oh.
because they don't. Prep boys don't have to go to
All right, I'm going to find this
school.
link after and I'll post it to you guys. But you have to be very specific with exactly who you're talking about. So you really want to think about who you are now, who you were. So I'll read my list. Trisha and Christine, like I said. Danielle. Oh, Danielle's on the call too, but she's in the dark. She probably can't read her notepad. If anybody else wants to read their list. So when we did this as a group work, I wrote, my ideal challenger is a mom. She's at home. She's in her 30s. She has young kids. She's busy and on the go. She's unsure of herself. She's lost. Her goal is to feel good about herself and to get her confidence back. She has a goal of creating a healthier lifestyle for her family and to be able to get her kids and her husband on board with her. I can't even read my own relationship. And what's going to speak to my customers is when I talk about relationships, a group feeling, and a support system. That's what's going to speak to the people that I'm looking for. So that's how specific you want to get with this list. It's not, you don't want it to be very general. You really want to be talking to who you are, because like attracts like. So Trisha, do you want to read what you wrote?
Yes, sure. Okay, so I spoke with a busy mom. I speak to a busy mom with older kids who is on a tight budget, looking for confidence, looking to find herself again, wants to set a good example for her family, wants to lead by example, but who is stuck in that lifestyle, but is determined to change, wants to go back to the person that she always thought she could be, but never was, wants to make her family proud, has a purpose, afraid to spend money, my mind was going, stuck in her ways, is intimidated but positive, okay with a mediocre life. Mediocre sounds bad, but wants to make a difference in life. And I was writing. So most of my, if you notice, was not speaking about body image at the time. It didn't have a transformation. I didn't have a huge transformation. I was looking for the inside. So you'll notice that with you girls when you're looking for that person, because I was not overweight. I was unhealthy at the time. So your person might be very different, right? In that you're looking for a change. My physical change came after changing this stuff inside. So go ahead. Who else? Christine or Danielle, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'll go. It's not too much different than yours, Trisha, actually, I guess because the mom thing, but mine was my challenger is mom 35 and up. They're concerned with being overscheduled, trying to balance it all, focused on good nutrition and trying to be a better role model for their kids and husbands. They're always running, trying to catch up, still have not found time or confidence to lose baby weight, struggling with energy, on a budget, trying to find free ways to get in better shape first, a little difficult to believe things work at first glance. That seems to be who I've been attracting.
Yeah. It's cool. And it's neat. It's while we all have differences, we have a lot of similars in our list. And I would assume that in our teams that it would be the same. While there's probably some significant differences, a lot of ours are the same because we're just kind of attracting the same type of people to our challenges in our business.
Very interesting.
I don't know if Danielle, you're in the dark, so I'm assuming you don't want to go. If you do, just turn your thing on. But does anybody else in here want to do it on a whim?
Got it down. Yeah.
Or maybe you know it already off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay. Well, there's a little assignment for you guys to.
Exercise.
Yeah, it's a good exercise.
Yeah.
And do that before you make this post, Erica, and then you can talk to that person. You can talk directly to that person. Because when you speak to somebody through your post, all not all the time, but a lot. I get people that message me. They're like, I feel like you're talking to me when you're posting stuff. And do any of you get that? Like, I feel like you were talking directly to me.
Well, think about it. Role reverse it for a minute. What if you saw that post up there? What if you saw, like Christine, if I saw that post and it posted in a way, I would stop at that and say, oh my gosh, instead of lose 10 pounds, it's on sale this month. Yes, the sale word might have attracted me a little, but it's interesting how your post would have stopped me. Not to buy, but to connect.
Yeah. And you know what, Marissa, this makes me think of you, because when we were talking the other night and you were talking about your posts, I felt like I understood you in a way that I can't always put into words what I'm thinking when I'm writing my posts. And I feel like that's what you struggle with too. And I feel that way all the time. I look at Christine's post, I look at Trisha's post, I look at Maureen's post and Allison's post, and I'm like, oh, like, I don't know how to do that. I can't write like that. But you know what? There's people connecting with me based on what comes out of my head. So always remember that. Just because it doesn't seem like we're saying it perfectly, we're saying it perfectly right to connect with somebody. Because I always second guess my posts. I'm like, whose attention is this going to grab? I mean,
But you can't be post like me because your person isn't me.
right. Exactly. And it's true. But I was thinking about that, Marissa. I was thinking about you talking about that the other night.
Definitely something that I'm working on. I know we've talked about like that target audience before, but we never really sat down and did it. So
Yeah.
I
think the target audience is a broad thing, so this might help, Marissa.
Right.
Yeah, because my posts are very general.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I don't have that transformation. I am struggling. Every freaking day is a struggle. I don't have a transformation. So that's where my struggle is.
But you know what? There's a lot of people that are struggling with that also. And just because you're struggling with the transformation photo or finish or whatever, you've done how much stuff in between that's gotten you just to
Years.
be healthier,
Yes.
a healthier person in general, healthier on the inside. Like look at Christine. Her one post the other day, she went and gave blood and her iron was up. That's not something anyone's going to see in a photo of her. So sometimes it's...
Yeah, look at Karen. She's
Other
off her
stuff.
meds. Like, Karen's off her medicine. I mean, that in the long run is better than any, for her world.
Right. So
Knowing
maybe...
that her father's, yeah.
Yeah, maybe yours isn't medicine or iron, but maybe it's more energy or able to keep up with the kids, or it's just there's other changes. They don't have to be, it's not all going to be captured on film. Not all of us have that transformation. It's just not there. So you have to figure out the other ways and put
And that you never give up.
struggle out there.
Yeah, but you never give up. You don't throw in the towel. You might want to think it and say, is this what I'm supposed to do? But you're here. We've heard that, be here in a year. How many times have we heard that? And you're still here. You're on these calls every single night, Marissa. Every single call. You're here. You went to Summit. Like, it's about not giving up and trying to find that. That's also your girl. Doing it for your family, doing it for you, doing it for the future. When days suck and you have floods and your husband's away and there's not a lot to work on, you're not giving up.
Yeah.
And you're not throwing in the towel and you're not saying, so that's your girl.
Right.
The hero inside of you.
And something we talked about a lot at this conference, he talked about the store target and target audience, because like you said, yours are very generalized, but we really do need to have a target audience. And he talked about how Target spends millions and millions of dollars. Guess what they spend millions and millions of dollars on?
Go, anyone.
Research.
Yes, who said
Kidding.
that?
Yeah.
Erica.
Who said that?
Before
watched the
they make
video.
a commercial.
Research.
Because they have a target audience. And does Target not get you every time you walk in the door?
That damn dollar section.
Even the commercials.
Everything.
Do the commercials tell you anything is on sale? Do they tell you anything really? Sometimes you wonder what the heck they're even promoting. But it's look, that music, that funky, trendy look, and you go.
That is not what lures me into Target. I'm sorry. Their commercials are lame to me. One. And two, I barely watch TV. So it's not that. It's
So why do you go
affordable.
there? Because
It's affordable.
there's other stores cheaper than Target.
It's less than a mile away from my house. I can
Okay.
walk. I've walked.
Okay.
All right,
It's
so you
different.
have to be the oddball and ruin this for everybody, Maureen. But
They're-
but
They
he was
do have,
right. But he was saying, like, if you compare Walmart's commercials to Target's commercials,
don't say it. What's the
I'm not-
difference?
what would you say the difference
Ghetto.
between
Ghetto fabulous.
their target customer is?
What do they promote? What does Walmart?
Walmart?
Walmart was
Low
Cheap.
price.
They
Yep.
Low
they
prices.
promote their low prices.
Yep.
Rollback.
yep.
And what's
absolutely.
Target's customer? What's their ideal customer?
You could say it, Maureen.
Is not the trailer park people that I feel as if okay, I'm sorry, that sounds really horrible, but really if you take a peek at, even if you look at the crowd when you walk into a Walmart,
I say never again.
Hold on.
Never again. Every time
I'm
I walk,
telling you,
I'm not.
I don't live in like the ritziest area in the world. I don't. I really, really don't. Now,
Mhm.
what I want to say is it's nice. Target is here, and literally across the street is Walmart. Same spot. Okay. Same spot, literally right across the street. You go into Target, you see one type of population of people, all ethnicities and that, but it's,
Yeah.
and you go into Walmart and you see same thing. Like there's all different ethnicities and nationalities and whatever, but
I agree. Right? You don't have.
I feel like it's like a dirtier, even the store is like dirtier, dingier, cheap.
Yeah. But that's what they're.
That sounds judgmental. I'm not trying to be judgmental, but it's true. Like,
No.
and when you go to Walmart at night, it's friggin' scary.
Yeah. You have to go on a Sunday morning. No one's awake.
Or
When we
I
were in
go
college,
on
we used to
night,
go
I
at what,
walk on
3 in
phone
the
with
morning?
Allison, and I walk around for hours, and they think I'm just probably some wackadoo talking to herself.
But the idea is they know who they know, and that's,
And they don't care. They're good with that.
well, I think
No,
we-
Target knows who their audience is. Their target audience. But the whole moral of the story was they spend millions and millions of dollars researching who their target audience is so that they can create advertising specifically for them. So it's kind of us if we make this list, we don't need to spend millions. We just need to look at who we are, and that's kind of who our target audience is. So if you spend this little bit of time doing this research or putting together who your target audience is, it's going to help you with your post, because that's exactly who you want to talk to when you're posting.
And now, who did this?
Can I tell you?
Katie?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, well, this
Carver?
was from Kim Carver, but there's a thing on Katie
Kim
Heckner's site. I'll
Carver.
find it and I'll post it, and it gets very specific, more than this list, about how to make your person that you want to speak to.
make a slide. Find out what. Literally make a slide for you. Or a bullet, like.
I have
I'll
a
find the
question.
link. I'll post on our page. I'll make it a little.
Sometimes I feel like I don't even know who I am. Literally now.
Well, maybe you need to make a few avatars.
It's Maureen.
Can I tell you guys what one of the things I remember from what he said before we get off the call that I thought was really good?
Yes.
And I know it
Yes,
had more to
please.
do with the angst. I think it had more to do with the forming piece of it. But when Erica or any of us are looking at what we're posting, it's a good way to look at it, which was to think about how the person will benefit before you speak with them and how will it make them feel. And that hit me. I really thought that was great, to just take a deep breath before you're talking to people, before you're posting, and think how it's going to benefit them. I thought that was great.
Yes. Yeah. That I was just looking at that here too. That's when you're right. And when you're editing your post, you can use forming as a guide to your posts. And like you said, how it's going to help people, how it's going to benefit people.
You provide value. Yeah.
Because you want your post to provide value.
And that's where you have to change where this is affecting you. You know, at the end of the month, I was struggling for those last points, and it was all about me at the time because I needed to hit my numbers. But truly, when you work this as it will benefit this person, this would be incredible. And every single invite he said, you will do great. You would be perfect for this. You, instead of me. When it's truly about that other person, it's natural. He must have said that 100 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's stressed.
Yeah. Worry more about what you can do for them as opposed to what they can do for you.
Yeah. He did bring up jab, 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 right hook, which I'm reading right now.
Yeah.
And these are about posting. It's not really a personal. It's self-development, but not in your gut. It's about your business. And I'm reading it right now, and it's so incredible.
I do want to get that book. Yeah, I figured we're close since we're almost done. I figure we're not going to get. We'll have to finish this next call. I think because we have a lot more to cover.
I really do because I have like 5 pages left of information. Dana.
I do too. But I think there was one question we could close with because I think it fits with everything we talked about tonight.
Pages. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. It was another one of our group activities, but I think we should do it tonight because I think it fits.
Yes.
You know what I'm asking?
Yeah.
What have you found to be successful in building trusting relationships through social media?
Oh, I was thinking different. Say that again, please.
Well, then you can ask the next one. Okay, I want you guys to answer this. What have you found to be successful in building trusting relationships through social media?
Ooh. I don't remember that.
Can you say that again, please?
What have you found to be successful in building trusting relationships through social media?
I feel like it's so hard to answer this because there really are no strangers, so to speak, on my social media. They may have been people that came into my life and fell out for whatever reason, but I don't have like straight up strangers that I don't know. Okay,
so you and me, we fell out. We didn't speak for a long time before we reconnected on Facebook, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so how did I build a trusting relationship with you through social media? Because it doesn't have to be someone you never met. It could be someone that you haven't spoken to in years. Because obviously I rebuilt some type of relationship with you through Facebook.
For me personally, I don't have people on my Facebook that I like hate. One, but I feel like there was always a level of trust and genuineness with you anyway. It wasn't like some horrific falling out that we had. We just kind of fell out. So life happened, things happen.
But Maureen, if you don't have people you don't know on your friend list, then you're not growing your friend list.
But I have.
Then you know everybody? So you built that forming relationship with them? Because I struggle with that. I'm asking because I'll friend people.
I don't know of all of the people that are on my friends list. They are people from grade school. They're people from high school. And
Okay,
it-
then you're
from
not,
college. My graduating high school class, my class alone had 750 people.
okay. But I'm
There was
talking about starting to
4,000
friends of friends, someone that liked your post that you're not friends with. Like, I just must have liked,
I don't do that.
well, guess what? Eventually, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to become friends. Invite to be your friend.
With
Invite
people
to your
that-
social network. Yes.
I've done that a little, but not as much as I know I should.
It
Okay,
will-
I want to reword this.
I feel like I should have
differently for you, Maureen,
25,000.
'cause I feel like you're thinking a little too deep. You have a health and wellness like page, correct?
Yes.
How do you build a relationship with those people that you don't know that are on that page, that are just the people that are following that page? How are you attempting to build a trusting relationship to them? What are you doing every day?
On my like page?
Yeah.
Not nearly enough.
What should you be? Anybody else want to
My
go?
like page sucks.
Like I'm calling Maureen's teeth.
Being consistent.
Yes. Who said that?
Marissa.
Yes. Yeah. And like, sorry, well, Kim said also in our chat here, being genuinely interested in other people's lives. So you can do this through social media by, like Marissa said, be consistently posting, sharing, reaching out, commenting, speaking to people. You're just building these little relationships with everybody, building a trust with them. Does that make sense, Maureen? It's not like you're building trust more in what you're doing.
Right. Yes. Yeah, it does. And
you post on your page. I see it.
I'm trying to be a much more active participant on my like page. But I don't know what to, okay, so I'm glad that you're asking this because I feel like that's a great, what do you do when people like your like page or when they like posts from your like page or when they share posts from your like page? Do you friend request them? What do you do?
Yes,
You do?
You have to form. You have to go friend them. You have to thank them for liking. Thank them for their support. Kim Carver mentioned this, or somebody mentioned this. Thank them. Those random people that always like your posts that are never going to buy from you, thank them for supporting you. Thank them for being your friend. Thank them for continually adding value to your life. And your life meaning what you post about. But you need to form with those people. Family, occupation, recreation, and then your message, even if they never buy from you.
Yeah.
Those random people need to be appreciated. Because let's be real. They're watching, they're appreciating, they're finding value in what you do. I've posted.
They found enough value that they shared it.
Okay, then thank them and appreciate their support. Thank you for liking, for sharing my post. I love what I do, and to have someone, or I love adding positive posts on a Monday morning. And when you share it, that means more people get to see it. Great job. It's people like us that want to lift people up instead of, you know what I mean?
How do you spell that, Trisha?
But you could do it in a voice message because sometimes your voice goes. I would always thank people for their support. Appreciate like-minded people because the glass is full or the glass is empty. And when you post something that adds value to someone and they share it, it means someone else is gaining a glass full.
I like that, Trisha. I don't think I reached out to the
I like a million, and when you tag those people, like when I'm with my sister and I tag her, and her whole different lifestyle that's not me likes it, I go in and thank them. Thanks, my sister. She's amazing. It's not about me. My sister is amazing. Oh gosh, wasn't it great to see whatever they do this weekend? And thank you so much. Whatever it is, my nephews are beautiful, aren't they? You're so lucky you live there with them. I wish I did. You just add something
That's
that,
a way to connect.
yes.
Where is that? Here.
And that's
Um,
what you should be doing as far as your job, what you do. Because that person, can you imagine getting that?
I can't even imagine how many more customers I could potentially have if I would
Right.
stop being a fucktard and just.
Right. Let
Okay,
me-
on what you can say to people and stuff like that, I just want to read this one slide that I have this picture of, and I think it's perfect for like when you're just reaching out to like people or people you don't know. It was a slide that Kim had up, and it's compliment plus comment plus question equals conversation.
oh my gosh.
So you make a compliment. I just wanted to let you know that I love the healthy lasagna recipe you posted yesterday. It was delicious. Or thank you for sharing my post type of compliment, you know. Comment. I'm always looking for ways to sneak healthier foods into our family's meals. Do you have a go-to place to find healthy recipes that you could recommend?
Brilliant.
You started a conversation
Brilliant.
with
Brilliant.
someone you have no idea who they are.
But you have to find those randoms, Maureen. And Dana, let me add, if you don't mind, let me add to this. You know, sorry, I had to find, someone messaged me the other day. Nellie Wilson. You know Nellie, I think she's Lena's coach. Okay, out of the blue, every once in a while when she has a great post, I like it and say something. They're like that sexy young couple with the baby. They're cute. Anyway, I just randomly like her post every once in a while. She messaged me. We've never had a Facebook message interaction ever. This is Nellie reaching out to me saying, hey, little mama, just wanted to say hello. Hope all is well with you. Hope your business is going great. Have a wonderful day. When I read that, I was like filled with, like, I thought that was excellent. Here's this 20-something-year-old hot mama with like not on my page, but like for no other reason other than make me feel good and maybe make herself feel good. And so I don't know. Imagine if you got a post like that from a new friend, is what I'm saying, Maureen.
Yeah. Well, think about it when you get a random message. Hey, thanks for all your posts there. I decided I was going to start walking now.
Totally.
You're like,
Totally. Yeah.
You're like, hello.
love it. I made quinoa for the first time in my life. I loved it. Thank you. Like, it's not about a sale. It's about that the family ate quinoa. Sorry, who just spoke? Was it Karen?
Yeah, Maureen, I have another suggestion too. If one of your friends shares something that you post, make a comment on their share, and then you're following that post, and anybody that likes it, friend request them.
Absolutely.
Oh, Karen, you badass, you. Is that what you're doing also? Are you doing that, Karen?
Yeah, it's the real deal. You know,
You guys are all doing this? Why didn't you
I
share
didn't know. I'm in the
this
dark.
before?
I just learned that. That's new.
always-
I usually go and like it, but from now on, I'm commenting.
Oh,
Thanks,
you
Karen.
always have to comment and go thank them. But you should be like friending, and listen to me because I'm afraid of my own chatter when I thank people. You should be liking, friending these randoms because your market will eventually wear out. And that's where I am right now in my business.
It's a
I
struggle
go down
once it
my
wears
friend
out.
list and like, they already bought their coach, their customer. I'm like, who am I going to go to?
How many friends are on your friends list, Trisha?
When I started Beach Friday, I was like 150 friends because I was afraid to ever request high school people because I'm
That
so
is not what I asked you.
I have probably like, I don't know, 1,100
Say what?
1,100.
maybe. Let me go look. I have no idea.
More
Yeah,
than me, 'cause
almost-
I'm scared to friend request people.
Almost 1,100, but I won't go to my high school people because I didn't like them then and I can't like them now.
Yeah, but you know what? Look, I could say the same thing, and then I wouldn't have people like Allison or Christy on my
Yeah.
team.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? You think they remember me in that stage of life? Probably not.
No, Allison, Christy, and I talk about this all the time. They had their own issues going on. They had no idea that I believed I was this big loser.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Meanwhile, I thought they were too cool for
Freaking high
school,
school.
but apparently they didn't feel that way. So,
Listen, there's a lot of people
I feel
from
another challenge coming on, Maureen.
yes, don't. Maureen, challenge Trisha right now.
No,
Trisha. I feel like I don't understand why you're not being friends with people, Trisha.
I can't. Because I drove a big brown station wagon with panels on the side, and the girl next to me had her convertible cabriolet, and I pulled up in like.
Think of that as
And
your
there
before
was-
I drove
Really?
the
You
same
wanna know
crappy car
Do you not
at the
remember
same
the stories
school
that I
you
told
went
you
to
about my
and
mother?
parked next to
Out,
Lisa Schutt's
dude.
Porsche.
My friends in high school knew that my mom used to beat me, but we're still cool. I drove an old car that I called Tootie that had like an air horn as the horn, and it was like $1,000 that I bought with my own money,
I love
and it
that
was
I had an
gray,
air-
and the top of the car had a different color gray.
I
The
can't believe
hood.
I'm judging my past on what freaking car I drove. Who really freaking cares?
Didn't you
I
just
don't know
tell
why.
me
It's
to
because you
think
live
of
in
it?
it's 'cause you live in
before?
dirty Jersey. That's why.
You know,
Knock
Erica,
it off
maybe you
and
need to
friend
be
people.
challenge Trisha to get out of her comfort zone.
Here we go,
Erica.
Trisha.
Trisha, isn't your song Brave? What is your deal, dude?
You said think of
Be
that as the
fearless.
before person, right?
Where's your face? Oh, I feel like you're hiding now. I can't see her face. Where is she?
I'm here, but I have a very difficult time with that.
How big? I want to see how big your Brave is.
Yeah.
If
5
I put
people
my
from high
Tuesday
school.
up,
What do
But
you
for
think?
what?
Five.
Why do I need to do that for them? Like, see, this is where I struggle. Like, why?
No, Christine.
Because you could potentially be helping somebody and expanding your market. And
I
maybe
didn't
you
know that
friend
my
somebody from high school. Maybe you friend somebody from high school that ends up opening up a networking piece for you.
Yeah. I didn't
think
go to
we
my
need-
25-year-old reunion. We just had it. I prayed on it.
I'm
forever.
going to my 20.
25
Can I
years.
tell you guys? Oh, sorry, Trisha. I know I'm going to drop my battery. What I've just been doing that's been ridiculous is, and this is nothing new. It's not a new idea, but going on all those moms groups, but not just in my town. I've been Googling all towns. So I'll add a new town that I try to get in. Just got in Hoboken. Parents pages, budget pages. And I'm just posting my, like what I do consistently on my page. I post on that page 2 times a day, once in the morning, once at night, because, people don't see it. Depends on what time of day they look. And I've telling people to be in, it's a healthy living challenge group. So anybody can be in it. It's free. That's what I'm posting. But in order to be in it, and this is a Facebook rule, it's a secret group. So you have to be on my friends list in order to be in it. So I've been friending like 5 to 8 people a day through this.
And all
So-
she's posting is she's posting her workout posts.
Yeah.
She's not
I do the same thing
posting,
on my
like,
page.
an advertisement.
Oh,
She's
it's
posting
not
her
like
workout posts, like her little videos, and saying, join my free challenge
Yeah.
group.
And really, strangers, 5 days. Now I've been opening it up. So today was a crazy day, as Dana knows. You're going to open yourself up to some people that come in and try to be negative and try to sell stuff, whatever, you deal with it. But mostly it's been positive. And I brought in like 5 to 8 people a day since doing it. So I'm going
And
to
those
keep
are
going
your
down that road. But
Yeah.
Side note before your battery dies, I think since you're opening it up so much now, because at first you kept it very
Yeah.
tight, I think you need to have group rules pinned to the top.
okay.
I think that's something you need to look into.
Yeah. And you're allowed.
Okay.
You're allowed. It's your group.
It's
You're
your
the one
group.
investing time in it.
And you know what? You know what I did in one of my groups, my family page, Christine? Recently, it didn't go over very well, but I was like, okay, people have helped me over the past few years. I said, post your home business. We're all trying to get ahead in life. It was one Friday. Post whatever they do in life that they want to promote in my page for one day. And I don't know if Christine, you're into that, but one day and then it's
That's a
taken
great
down.
idea. That's
Because
excellent.
let them
That's
network
awesome.
for one day. The one girl thanked me 1,000,000 times. It was
That's a
biking.
great idea, Trisha.
Someone was doing a bike for a cause, like the big 150-mile he put that in there. Had nothing to do with like his home business, but he was looking for, and I gave them that one day post away, connect to everybody, whatever you do. I had a couple home businesses, you know, why not? Give them a little edge.
Yeah.
Why
But
not?
like I said, when you have your rules at the top,
my
no
only
posting about
hesitancy
businesses
is
except those
checking.
days.
Yeah, but it's these links that people start posting that I can't just
Well,
sit there and
yeah.
check that all these
Yes.
links
You
are
know what
okay.
you can do?
You know what I mean?
You know what you can do? Have a one thread. Instead of letting everyone just randomly post, they have
Yep.
to post their stuff on that
In the
thread.
thread.
This
And
way,
at the
if you want to go
end of
look
the
at
day,
it, you
you're
can
gonna
look
do
at it.
Yep. And
And
let
you
them
can
feel
even
good.
Okay.
you can even get rid of it once that day is over.
That's what I said. And make sure, let them connect, let them, you know,
Or
network.
maybe you have it like one Friday a month or something. But then you have to have group rules. No posting except on days, you know, like your free Friday or so. Who knows what you're going to call it. But
Yep.
it could. You have to think on that because that could open up a can of worms too. So
But I was fine in mine, and Mary Beth did it in her, that's how she found two of her coaches. She was in a mom's group, and somebody said, okay, post, you know, and she posted a group, and that's how she found her people. She was friends with them for months, and that became her coach. So you never know what someone's looking for.
Thanks.
Yeah, I always say give back a little. You get it back tenfold.
All right, so I think we'll wrap it up unless anyone has anything extra other than the 2 challenges we put out. Right, Erica and Trisha?
What am I doing?
You're going to Facebook.
Trisha, don't pretend like you don't know what you're doing. Facebook friend.
What the heck? What do you want me to
5
friend first?
people from high school.
How many?
5.
5. Yeah, that's a good number. 5.
Right
Can
now?
I only Facebook 5 people in my before picture?
I'll do it
Allison,
now.
are we going to go to our high school reunion and walk around like we rule the school?
Stupid.
I can't hear you. You're on mute. I'm on mute.
I didn't want to go. Was it some?
Did you?
It's not coming soon, is it?
I think it's next year, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't go to my last one because I was like, I was a loser then. I still have no one to talk to if I go.
Oh, good God. Yeah, I didn't
Now I
either.
don't care. I would talk to anybody, and I have my. We would need our own little table at this point, our own little beach body table.
I didn't even, and some girls like, oh, you should go. Look at you. It wasn't about that. Like, look. All right.
All right, I
I'm
love you,
doing it right
ladies,
now.
but
I know. I need to go to bed. That was the point of moving this
10:15.
up. All right. Chat later. Thank you, everyone, for getting on, and we'll finish this call next Thursday.
I think
Good
we really
night.
do. I think if we can follow up next week.
Don't forget your little call to action. I will post a link in our team page. Trisha will share it in her team page. Know who you're talking to. Everybody comment on Erica's post on Tuesday. Lots of compliments and uplifting stuff, and
Okay.
it'll be awesome, Erica.
yeah. Okay. Good
All right,
night.
good night.
Great call. Thanks.